get started with the panel, I'm going to call on the stage first Shuly Galili, the Executive Director of the California-Israel Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Marco. Hi, everyone. It's a big honor for me to be here. Hello, Consul General and distinguished guests. First of all, I want to congratulate the companies. We know that it's not easy coming all the way and presenting your ideas in a foreign place and going through the process that is being demanded. But it's a great opportunity, and Silicon Valley has it's a tremendous platform for a startup to launch itself and to showcase its technology. We actually were 10 years ago starting what Marco is doing now, and it's tremendous work. It's a lot of tying little connections together, bringing community together, and getting a lot of support from the industry and from government. And it takes a lot of effort. So I want to tell you, Marco, that you have all my support, first of all, and I hope that you all continue to support Mind the Bridge, because this is really serious work that has done tremendously for us in Israel. So let me go to... Marco, do you know what my... Oh, here it is. You know which one is ours? Yeah, I know. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to talk about how to replicate and what can we replicate in a successful model that Israel has offered. And I will go through a couple of slides beforehand to introduce both the CICC as well as some facts about Israel that some of you may or may not know, and the ingredients that really took for Israel to be where it is today with regards to its relationship and successful relationship with Silicon Valley, and how companies really have managed to leverage that. And we'll go into a very interactive panel where we hope to have your input as well. So quickly, California-Israel Chamber of Commerce were actually founded 10 years ago, and we had no idea who's here, who's not here, and we put together a community that slowly really increased its activities and brought a lot of value to hundreds of companies. We've done hundreds of showcases and technology missions to Israel and introduced companies to capital as well as corporate investors. This is quickly just the image of what a model is. We work on verticals. We've done a lot of work in introducing companies both in clean tech, energy, water, mobile, chip technology, internet, and actually, if you guys want to move away from the wine, we're actually going into it. We want to introduce Israeli wine to California, because we think that this is another vertical that will really take off in Israel. We're an industry-supported organization. We have a lot of very committed members from the industry. We're not for profit. We do get the government of Israel and California occasionally to support our programs, and it's very important for us to get their endorsement and to have them to be a very important link in our work. I want to move in quickly about Israel and some of the things that people may or may not know. So these are some numbers for all of you. There are 7.1 million people in Israel. As you can see, between 1980 and 2000, there were 7,652 registered patents, one of the highest concentration of patent registration in the world. Israel is actually leading. It's #1 in the world in registering medical patents. It has the largest number of companies listed on the NASDAQ outside the U.S. Per capita VC investment is 2.5 times that of the U.S. and 30 times those of Europe. There are currently $1.2 billion available by VCs for Israeli investments. 4,000 tech companies in Israel, with 200 added every year. And this year, actually, in 2009, Israel was ranked number 8 as most innovative country. These are some of the Israeli breakthroughs that some of you may or may not know that were able to really launch globally and gain recognition. One of them is Given Imaging, that created the first pill cam that you can actually swallow and view your internal intestines. It's now a very successful company globally. The Intel Core 2 Duo, Centrino, Pentium, M-System Disk on Key, AOL Instant Messenger ICQ, as you know, 10 years ago, launched itself and was acquired by AOL, and so on. Israel has a very strong presence of multinationals. Again, that didn't happen necessarily, 15 years ago. And I think Intel went in, was the first company that actually established a strong R&D in Israel, was Intel and IBM. But in the last 10 years, it's really been a huge explosion. With the last one, Google, that opened its 2 R&D centers in Israel. But we do have Cisco. HP has 5,000 employees in Israel, and Intel has the largest in the high-tech industry, about 7,000 Israeli engineers. This is something that I like to show because it was put together by one of our members, U.S. Venture Partners, where they show the talent density in the Bay Area and Israel, and how you can tell, you have 2, very distinguished universities like Cal and Stanford. In Israel, you have the Technion and maybe, Tel Aviv University. And then you have the multinational concentration, which we feel is really key, strong, not only for bringing multinational to invest and provide job opportunities. A lot of the incubation of a lot of new entrepreneurs really come after they've been doing some work inside these companies. Some of the ingredients we feel have led to success for Israel are things like government R&D investments, which we think was really key to launching a lot of the programs where entrepreneurs got their initial support through incubators. Israel has 24 technological incubators. The Office of the Chief Scientist that has a budget of about $300 million, funds annually about 1,000 projects. There is another program called his Next Seed Fund, matching private investment for seed stage companies. NUFA program, again, maximum $50,000 for an entrepreneur, helping them register the patent, write business plan, and prototype. Israel has very strong educational and academic institutions, very skilled workforce, highly educated workforce, about 138 scientists per 100,000 workers. Something that the Israeli government did in 1993 that was very smart is establishing Yozma, which really launched the Israeli VC industry in a big way, and established today, there are about 50 active VC funds in Israel, would you say? And a lot of multinational venture funds are active in Israel, including many of them from Silicon Valley, like Sequoia, Greylock, Battery, Draper Fisher, et cetera, et cetera. Strong military. A lot of the technology coming out of Israel definitely came from the military, whether it's telecommunication, IT, security, medical, imaging technology. Israel has very strong technical teams and that come out of the military, ready to start companies. And it's like a testing lab for a lot of things that are breakthrough technology. And finally, we feel that the ingredients for success in Israel is definitely the culture aspect of having a can-do attitude. Israeli entrepreneurs willing to take risk. They're very inquisitive. And from day one, they feel like they need to be a global company because there is very small or no market in Israel for a lot of the technology. then from day one they built their products to go global. And that really put them in a mindset to go to the next level. And finally, we feel that there is always room for improvement with all these great statistics. We keep trying to move forward. I want to now go into a discussion and call our panelists. And I don't see that Oren arrived. Did he? Yeah. Oren. So let's start. Yoav, I want to call Yoav Leitersdorf, who's managing partner of YL Ventures. Sagir Rubin, who is an investment manager at Virgin Green Fund. And Oren Zev, who's a general partner at Primera Capital. And quickly about these three, I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but common to all three, they represent international funds. They fund companies not only in Israel, but also outside of Israel. Their origin is Israelis, but they also invest in other parts of the world. And I think this will be a great opportunity to hear their thoughts.